All right, good evening, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor. Tuesday, 7 p.m. Every Tuesday at 7, we pitch the best off-market deals when it comes to mobile homes. Mobile homes on land. We got some few parks we are doing some due diligence as well. So those are coming also. We wholesaled a couple of parks last year, and one of them actually is coming back on the market. The buyer has decided to do some infill and kind of put it back on the market, or so he's thinking about. So that's kind of interesting. He's coming back, but we do any and everything when it comes to mobile homes, every exit strategy. If you follow our social media and follow Sunday coaching calls, that's what we break down on. This is where we coach you. So this is not a coaching call. It may convert into that from time to time. I do coach and mentor, so tend to kind of run with it. But anyway, tonight is deals pitch call. So now, reminder: if anybody has a deal to pitch, send it to us. Some of you have sent us email and said, "Here, can you pitch this deal for me?" No, I'm not going to pitch your deal for you. If you want to pitch your deal, okay, and I will even upload it on our spreadsheet so many people can see it, but you need to come on to the call and you pitch your own deal, okay? That's kind of the way that works out. So anyway, we got quite a few deals to present this evening, and I do have a big announcement towards the end. So definitely stay towards that. But let me go ahead and start my screen. I've been saying probably 3 months now, probably longer. I'm gonna get with IT to set up my Instagram where I can share. I know there's a way you can share Instagram on your Zoom somehow. It's just too clerical for me. But anyway, we'll get that done so that I don't have to keep sharing with my phone on here, basically my screen. But look, it gets the point across. You get what I'm trying to say. And bottom line, if you're trying to invest in deals, again, j@garciamhu.com is the best way anyway. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and turn the camera over. So if you do not have our spreadsheet, as a reminder, always send us an email and we will share this with you. I will not go through every deal that's on here. That is on you. Bottom left, 4 little lines, that's where you can see all of our inventory. And there is rows and rows. So, some of you continue to send me this. I don't respond no more. I'm not responding to you if you say you cannot find a deal. I've got them all right here. Okay, I found you one and another one and another one. So just send us an email. We'll connect. Depends. Obviously, we do discuss things with you. Depends on your level of expertise and areas and markets you want to work on. But top right corner box is always the newest inventory or deal inventory that's coming available. If some of you send your deals to us, again, I don't mind putting it on our spreadsheet. There's over 5,000 people who see the spreadsheet throughout the week, so you definitely will get notice or your deal anyway. So okay. Fact, yeah, I can read that. I mean, as a wholesaler, you only need specifics to put under a home under agreement. That's common to hear and invest. A wholesaler say, I don't really need to know but so much information. I'm wholesaling. It's not for me. To be a good wholesaler or a great wholesaler is the more information you know about any mobile home, the better. If you come to me as a wholesaler, I'm okay with that. I work with wholesalers, bird dogs, connectors, whatever, but I'm going to treat you as the owner. So I don't know, ain't going to work. Okay. So do a little fact on that, but let's go ahead and jump on to I spent all day out in the field today. It's nice, and I'm in Georgia, so we got the pollen thing going on. I forget about that stuff every time to right about this time of year. Get out, and my car is green. So anyway, all right. So Thomaston, we got a few opportunities back in Central Georgia. This is the same communities we've been working on. It's also a community where I'm thinking about having a shadow coming up soon. So we'll talk about that on another call. But just planning out for the future, thinking many moves ahead. So that's what we're working on. But first one, 3 bedroom, 1 bath, single wide. Rental rate in the area is around $750, even though a few that we had in this area as rentals, we've already bumped them up to $800 and they're doing fine. So again, we stick with market numbers. We put the numbers on here just as a guide to you. Okay, you do your own due diligence, figure out your own markets, and obviously you decipher on that. But this is just kind of a key as to what the numbers are at. Lot rent is $375 plus 15 of trash, which is $390 a month plus water. So water is based on usage. That's however much the resident uses. We're currently asking $4,000 for this mobile home or best offer. Now inside is one of the bedrooms anyway is rough, but again, let me see something real quick. All right, so that's not listed on here, but these mobile homes in Thomaston that I'm going to show you, all of them have a brand new roof. Okay, they have brand new decks. and a lot of them have a lot of skirting done already. So, the bigger expenses when it comes to mobile homes is one is the roof. If you have to put like these are as specific as, these are metal roofs, you're talking 2,000-3,000 per home. So that's a big expense that's already done for you. There's a lot of cosmetics and see they need to be done. But if you can see the other bedrooms, again, this is put together kind of work that I like. There's no major electrical issues going on here. There's no major plumbing issues going on here. Like I just mentioned, the roof is brand new, so there is definitely no issues on there. This did not get repaired from the roof, so something that you would have to fix. But you can obviously see where once upon a time it leaked bad enough that it went through, which doesn't take much for a mobile home. Once it starts leaking, it goes through. You got 3 layers in a roof. I remind investors that it's like, well, it's going to take a month for me to be able to tell there's leaks. No, if the roof is leaking, you have insulation under that, and then you have the ceiling. It doesn't take long for water to go through there, so you're actually able to determine if there's a leak pretty quickly. But anyway, this obviously for a while it ruined the walls and the flooring. But again, 2-3 pieces of plywood on there, some sheetrock, and this room is good to go. Add up the numbers, and again, don't decipher on a deal based on the mobile home. Base it on the numbers, and the numbers have to be decided by the market. So again, here we go with that's for Sundays. But anyway, next one. All right, so R9, that's a lot number, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, single one. Rent the rates in the area right around 700. Again, same lot rent, 390, asking 3K. And again, new decks, new roofs. So there's one big less thing you have to do. And on this one, again, put it together on the inside. If you, again, y'all can go through this at your own pace and kind of really determine if this is something you want to invest in. If you need coaching, send us an email. We can have a consultation or a coaching call with you. I love new decks, and part of a lot of these cities, counties are getting so specific now, requirements and, everything is, we got to put them on there. That's kind of what we're doing on there. But yeah, so let's go to the next one. Keep on rolling because I got a few things to cover. So next one. Okay, so this one does have it on here. Another 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 700 rent the rate in the area. And again, rent the rate is just a number to give you. If you come in here and you say, well, I don't want to be a landlord, pros and cons. I don't blame you, right? But there's pros and cons to that. And you say, well, I simply want to flip it, or maybe offer financing, lease option, rent to own, whichever you decide, maybe create a note on it. Well, then at that point, I would not charge $700 a month because you are quotations in the sense the bank. Just don't call yourself that, but you're like a bank. You're offering opportunities and you're financing to somebody, which means the opportunities you're given. I would mark the same $700 rental rate in the area to more around maybe $775 or $800. So you're able to mark them up. Don't forget the lot rent, that does not go to you. So that's something you have to deduct from the bigger number. But again, new decks, new roof. That's a good picture. I was able to stand on the deck right here. Yes, I almost fell, by the way. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to zoom a little bit on here. Again, put together. That's basically what you're seeing. Okay. A little different layout on this mobile home than typically what I see. But anyway, y'all get the idea, right? Let me keep on going. So let me get to the next one. And then I want to break down one of them and a new concept I am working on. Yes, we got something new. Something new in the book. So 2-bedroom, 1-bath, another one. R3, same number, 700 a month, 390 lot rent, asking 5K or best offer. This one is spacious. A lot of people like privacy, like a bigger yard for whatever reason. And this one, just the way that it sits on the at the community. Let's see. All right, I'll go through these comments in a minute as well. But you can see that big old yard. So the driveway is way back in the back as well. So whoever gets this one lot as a resident definitely is gonna enjoy that. But new roof, as you can see again, I like how the new roofs, they starting to do them now where they go past the mobile home. A lot of people don't realize, the roof's technically in where the mobile home is at, but part of the water damage that starts going down on the home or even around the door seals, it's like all that starts damaging. We don't put gutters on mobile homes typically. So when you're able to have a lip across like this of the roof, that just avoids that much less damage from water getting up in there. So I thought it was pretty neat. They did a good job on this roof here. So bro, come on. All right. New deck, like I said, flooring. Somebody had already started on here. Looks like once upon a time. Not a bad job on the flooring, but I would straighten up a few of those sections of the flooring. So, I've never been a fan of come in and do a bunch of Tetris looking little pieces. Like, put a whole plywood sheet. It's just solid. I mean, it sits better. It's flat. When you come over with the carpet or vinyl, obviously it fits better. But some people just they get creative, I guess, or maybe remaining pieces. I don't know. I don't like this. Now, this one they did good. So as you can see how even it is, it's just plywood, plywood. That's what you want to see. So definitely good job on that one. But all these things are done, and look, you got some plywood. Plywood isn't crazy high right now. So I had an investor say, yeah, but with the cost of lumber right now, I don't want to invest too much in it. Well, clearly you're not keeping up with the market numbers because the lumber is at an all-time low at this time, which means some of you should be buying in bulk. Keep it, store it. Okay, it will go back up, I assure you. When it does, some of you will start investing, some will continue. So let me go to the next one. All right. Now, y'all know March 11th, we have a virtual where it's going to be on exit strategies, how to create and maximize ROI, return your investments through mobile home investing. That's not going to be just for beginners. There is, some of you veterans out there, you got to get creative. You're limited to I only wholesale, I only flip. You're leaving a lot of money on the table. This mobile home here, the more I thought about it earlier when I was reviewing it, I thought I am going to keep it. Don't forget the spreadsheet here is my inventory. So therefore, if I have a contractor that's available, I may say, all right, let's go ahead and take this one out of one of Robin's, give it to them to rehab, and we'll put it back on the market once it's moving ready. But we do flips, we do rentals, rent to owns, lease options, we move mobile homes, obviously. We do land packages, which we're looking at a few now down in Central Georgia as well. That's land packages, is not a community. That's a piece of property, real estate, with a mobile home or a couple mobile homes on it. We can convert those into real property by retiring to the land. Again, here I go coaching. So, but anyway, there's a lot of options that happen with that. So, it's always how many more exit strategies can I come up with? There's Airbnb, there's Section 8, there's veteran assistance. So I was sitting here thinking with this specific mobile home being a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, single wide. Now, 84 model, I don't like to move mobile homes under 90 model, not discriminating the age, but it's more so, think about it this way. Yeah, I say this at the shadow. Do you want a 50-year-old box going down the highway? Yeah, it's one of those kind of things. It's like, I know it may look good at point A, but when you get to point B, it will have some damages. The older the mobile home, depends on the condition, it will take some wear and tear. So, just be mindful of that. But when I walk into a mobile home like this one and see how solid the floors, the roof, the ceiling, everything checks out, okay, this one is one that I don't mind moving. Okay, so but the more I thought about it, it's like, what's one more exit strategy that I can work on? And I'm sitting here thinking about, we do Airbnbs now, which they do great. We got a couple campers that I've been waiting on for a while for the lots to be ready. Finally, inspections, permits, everything is done at the community. So therefore, now we can stage the campers and get them going. That's the latest, costing me money. So we're going to get those done. But I was sitting here thinking about, what about something like you go down the highway and you see rentaways from hotels, motels, extended stays, etc. And typically it's, a lot of people, I guess, who cannot afford, which it used to be could not afford in a house, an apartment, or wouldn't be approved. But it seems like a lot more people are just not really wanting to lock down into an area. I don't want to buy a house and own it because I don't want to live here for 30 years. That's old fashioned, as they say. Okay. So it catches my attention to say, what about an extended stay on mobile homes? What if we could take one of these mobile homes? This one, by the way, has central heat and air, which again, pluses. I'm thinking of all these pluses. If I was to stage a mobile home like a extended stay, what would I need it to look like? Well, it's got to be almost in the same measures as Airbnb. It has to have TVs, couches, fully furnished, okay? And obviously a comfortable environment. So I posted this on the spreadsheet earlier. One of our agents did for 15,000 must be moved. We are going to go ahead and take this one back off because I want to move it from this community. Now, the reason this community is getting rid of this one is they are updating their community, the entire community. So they're bringing brand new 2020s, 2023s, Fleetwoods, Hortons in there. So they want these older ones out of there. If you look at the pictures, it needs cleanup and nothing more. My new concept is something like, I don't know what I'm going to call it. Okay, it's not going to be Airbnb. I don't want to call it short-term rentals. It's going to be an extended stay by Jay. That sounds pretty good. Y'all let me know what you think about that. But we're going to furnish it, and I want to see what the numbers look like. If you look at some of those numbers from extended stay, some of those places people are paying $300-400 a week. Okay, $400 a week. So in my mind, thinking about maximum return investments, if I have to pay $400 worth of lot rent, that's 1 week that would cover that, right? The other 3 weeks, you got 4, 8, $1,200. $1,200 is more than what I'm getting out of one of my RTOs now at 7, 8, or even $900. So again, it's always thinking creative. We go in, we furnish it, mid-state rental. That's good. Okay. We go in, we furnish it, and it doesn't work out. Okay. There are pros and cons to everything. Maybe it does not rent like we want it to. So, okay, fine. At that point, then we can have a backup. So you got to think of things like that. And sometimes it's like, how can I maximize ROIs for a year, then turn it to something else and keep on going kind of thing. We had an Airbnb down in Tallahassee, Florida, where after when COVID hit, they were, the people that were renting it couldn't use the pool, the community area, everything. So basically, they start putting bad reviews on our mobile home Airbnb. Those are things we cannot control. Well, we can't force them to open the pool or the community. It was COVID time, so fine, we kind of had to drop it. We made great profits on it, but remember, Airbnb meant it had washer, dryer, stove, fridge, beds, TVs, everything. Somebody could have moved in there, and they did, and bring nothing with them. People are very interested in something like that. We sold that mobile home for almost $40,000 when we did. That typical same mobile home, just move-in ready, no appliances or anything in it, would have sold for about 20 to 25,000. So you see the markup now. It didn't take us 15, 20,000 to furnish the mobile home. 2, 3,000. A lot of this stuff is used, maybe refurbished. Just depends on the appliances stuff we need. So those are my backup plans for something like this. Is if that mid stay, like Rudy said on here, or extended stay by Jay, I like that one better, does not work out, then so be it. But again, at the end of the day, worst case scenario, all I need is 1 week to pay for the lot rent. Okay, so there's room for me to learn from it and see how this needs to be repivoted. It's not working out. So always think about that. That's one of the things we're going to be covering on March 11th is getting creative. Always be creative. Let's see what happened here. My camera. There we go. Okay. So that's what I'm working on. But anyway, we do need quite a few mobile homes as well still in East Georgia. East Georgia, there's we will never infill every pad that we have out there. We have over 80 pads vacant at this time between Brunswick and Savannah. Look at the map anywhere, and we can move them up to 100 miles at this time. Some of you are new into this and asking us how can we work with you, how can we work together, etc. Bring me inventory. The best way to work with us and to get paid immediately is by bringing us inventory. If you go to my social media, my YouTube on how to brand, market, and advertise yourself, I teach you step by step how to advertise for mobile homes. Let them come to you, not the other way around. So, again, do your due diligence, do your homework, and study. Okay. You want to work with us, definitely connect with us. But all right, let me check the comments real quick, and then I want to announce something I've been working on as well. So. Target medical professionals traveling, usually 3, 4. Yes. So to the person here who said target medical professionals traveling, usually 3 or 4 month contracts. Yep. That is exactly what we do down in Albany, Georgia, where they have a medical, it's a hospital, but they train nurses there. So the Airbnb is steady filled with just, I guess, nurses or medical people. And that's exactly what it is they don't want to stay at hotels, motels, and overpay crazy numbers. So they're staying in our Airbnb, and they do exactly that, 2, 4, 5 months at a time. So yes, extended stay with a mobile home parks allow staying stay. Yeah. So, part of the credibility and part of working with so many park operators is, get your foot in the door and then start asking for more and more. First, add value and then ask. So we are able to do Section 8s, veteran housing, veteran assistance housing, elderly housing. We're going to be doing this extended stay, all these inside of communities with approval from the community mobile home park or the manager or the operator, which operator is the owner. That hasn't always been the case, and it's because a lot of them don't care for you to sublease. If it's not you as the owner in the home, we don't want you. But again, there's always a gray area behind it, and always do what you say you're going to do. We've done great by that, and because of those reasons, we're able to do. I mean, some of these park operators, they're awesome. They don't even question what I'm doing. It's like, you take care of the residents, you take care of the home, and you pay my lot rent on time. Do your thing. It's fine as long as there's no trouble. So that you start learning over time, and it's just the relationship that we build. So All right. I'll check a couple more of those little comments in a section. So, all right. The spreadsheet is not going to go away. This deal sheet that's there that most of you don't take advantage of. Okay. If 7 years ago, I wish I would have found somebody with a spreadsheet who's already done due diligence, who puts numbers, puts the breakdowns, all these things we do it to make things easier. Mobile home investing has never been easier, and that's because we coach it, we teach it, we offer the deals. I mean, we are the only real estate educational platform that offers real deals to our students. You can come to one of our shadows or some of these events that we have and then say, okay, I'm ready for my first deal. What do you recommend? And we'll point you to what we think is best for you. Always do the final due diligence, is what I say. But the more we work with bigger investors as well, there's a lot more investors from real estate transitioning into mobile home investing. We have a couple guys that invest in precious metals that are investing in mobile homes. We're going to have one of them speaking at one of the Saturday the calls, by the way. So, it's opportunities. That's what it is, and it's, I see it everywhere. Some of you may say, I don't want to deal with mobile homes. You don't have to love them, but you have to understand them and see how many opportunities they create. The guy from, y'all can look this up, the guy who owns the Firehouse Grill restaurants, he started out as a mobile home investor, transitioned into restaurants and bought that franchise. So all this is just opportunities. It's just passive income exit strategies that create the maximum of. That's what we're doing. But as far as the spreadsheet is, I have created a group now of serious investors that we're about to scale something pretty big. And part of it is that we're trying to grow nationwide. I call it the Level Up Group, which in the past was the Level Up Meetups. I remember those. All these things, a little bit of what we're working on slowly but surely is we're putting these things together and seeing what the market is doing. So we created that group. That's going to be group number one. We're going to be pushing these mobile homes. More inventory is going to keep coming. But I want to transition this from a wholesale operation, which you see on here, to a investing operation. Now, what that means is, okay, here's where the opportunities come in. You don't want to deal with the mobile home. You don't want to deal with the contractors, the rehab, the material, the labor. And yes, they can be a pain. They can also be very profitable. Don't forget that. Pros and cons. I keep saying it. But for some of you who say, I simply want to put my money to work, I don't want to deal with none of that. That's fine. That's what we're going to be working on. We have a few investors now who are well invested into this, have 10, 15 mobile homes with us individually. So, they're just passive income. They're steady being paid out of their interest, their money. They're putting their money to work and they're never seeing a mobile home. So how does that work? Okay. We will be sending a mass email probably Saturday or Sunday of this week. Stay on the lookout for that. That's going to be a full breakdown, percentages, numbers, dates, everything, how that works out. But long story short, a quick little break for you. You have to invest minimum $8,000. The reason behind that is typically what we have in a mobile home. Now, this one here, I'm going to have a little bit more, but it's something new we're working on. So forget about this one. Let's say some of the other ones you're seeing. That means 8,000 will cover for us, most likely. That's what we're asking for the investment is. We'll cover the mobile home purchase, the rehab, the labor, the material, the holding, the utilities, everything, all exclusive. We can typically do that with $8,000. If not, we typically don't invest in. Now, what does that mean for you in the sense of returns? Okay, because you remember, you don't care about the mobile. All you care about is your returns. 25% on that 8,000 on a 6 mark is what we were doing. I got to think on that in maybe 9 months that we push it out to, or 12 months. That's going to be a breakdown. But again, 8,000 at 25% return on your investments would be $2,000. So putting 8,000 for a 2,000 interest plus your money back, of course, that's kind of what you're looking at. Once you put the 8,000 in there, you don't have to take it back out, but you can. Okay, you can say after 6 months or 8 months, 9 months, however the agreement is, you say, hey, just give me the interest, and I want to roll my initial 8,000 onto another one, or do it again. We can continue to cycle that, so you can continue to make again 25% each time. So those are just opportunities we're offering out there. Some of you are still looking into more so being focused on investing on the actual mobile homes. That's fine. We are offering financing on mobile homes as well. Some of these fixer-uppers you see for $5,000, $6,000, some of you investors, all you need is half of that to do financing. We will finance to you, gives you room and time for you to come in and invest in the mobile home, put it on the market, and then let the assets, the mobile home, pay for itself. Opportunities. I don't know why I'm still facing that, by the way. I thought it was facing me. I'm looking at Zoom. Y'all are looking at the computer, clearly that deal. So, all right, let me see any comments real quick. We got in 3 minutes, I got to jump on the Level Up group. The Level Up group, we will start taking more members possibly in April at some time. That is going to be a membership you have to log on to, but it's going to be part of where you can just, it's a group. Right now, we've started a chat box where we can all communicate with each other. And we're really going to step it up on that. So more announcements on that. But last announcement, March 11th. I was talking about that. Now put it on the chat box here at Garcia MHU events. You can click on that if it works. If not, type it in. That's going to be a 4-hour virtual, step by step. I'm teaching you how to do all these exit strategies to talk about. A lot of people email me about the whole Airbnb. Airbnb's phenomenal, no doubt. It checks out, it works. I will say certain areas I wouldn't dare do it. It just, it's part of knowing that. But you'll learn the market. We'll teach you that. We're teaching you numbers, how to structure, how to put them together, how to determine also the value of mobile homes as is, which is still one of the biggest issues I see with new investors is I don't know what the value is. What I don't understand is how somebody offers any number on something they don't know what is worth. That blows my mind. You don't know what it's worth, but you put a value to it. So you got to know those. We're going to break those down, and it's just backwards numbers is all we're working on. Start from ARV, after repair value, and break them down backwards. We'll teach you all that March 11th. Definitely don't miss out. You can click on the link, like I said, on here, and that'll do it. So Saturday morning, I don't know which topic we're covering. We're live back on here on Instagram, so definitely join us for that as well. Let's see. Where's my chat? There we go. All right. So join us Saturday morning as well. But I posted all my information on here, GarciaMHU.com. Email J@GarciaMHU.com. Any questions, suggestions, you're ready to take your deal. Any way we can help you. All right. Well, that does it for Tuesday night, and right on to my next call. Thank you for watching.